Welcome to a Connecting Point Web exclusive. Here with us, Mike Quincy. He is the automotive content specialist for Consumer Reports magazine. As always, sir, good to have you here. Thanks very much.
My pleasure.
May 2014 issue in particular looks at some road tests. We're going to talk the next couple of minutes about road tests of some compact cars and some small SUVs. And in both classes, the Subaru came out very well. The Impreza Premium, top rated in the compact car. It's recommended by Consumer Reports, an 82 score, $21,000 price tag. You like that vehicle?
Oh yes, Subaru makes a lot of great cars. The Impreza is one of the top choices for a small car. But the feature vehicle in the May issue of Consumer Reports is the Mazda 3. This is a big news for Mazda, redesigned, always done well in Consumer Reports tests. And I think the Mazda 3 really gives the Subaru a run for its money.
You call the Mazda 3, quoting, fun to drive, fuel efficient, affordable. That strikes me, that's a pretty potent and maybe a little bit of an unusual combination for a vehicle.
And the Mazda 3, believe it or not, is kind of fun to drive. You can get a manual transmission with this car. You can get a sedan version or a five-door hatchback. It's agile. The ride's a little bit stiff. It's a little bit noisy inside. But for the money and for the kind of fuel economy, we were getting between 32 and 33 miles per gallon overall. It's a really neat combination. It's such a nice car, believe it or not. I recommended to my sister buy one.
And what better recommendation could anyone give,
She's
right?
like, I've got this old Honda Civic. It's on its last legs. What do you think? And I said, we just finished testing the Mazda 3. She said, can I get it in a manual transmission? I said, yes. She said, that's it, I'm sold.
It's top rated for safety, which is so important, including the new frontal small overlap test. Talk about that for a second.
Well, this is a relatively new test from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. It's showing up in a lot of crash tests, reports that they're getting from the police and whatnot. The Insurance Institute is looking at how this crash test is going on, and a lot of the cars, the older cars that have been out on the market for a while, were not designed to deal with this crash test in mind. So when you've got new cars coming out for 2014 and then 2015, this has been in the works for a while. So it's another reason to look at some of the newer design cars, because they were designed to do well in this new crash test.
In the Mazda 3, it tested both a 6-speed automatic sedan and a 6-speed manual transmission hatchback, and you found the advanced electronic safety systems rather pleasing, as best I can tell from reading, including, and again, this is one of those things I think is so cool in the cars today, blind spot monitoring.
Sure, a lot of people don't realize how important this is, but some of the styling for newer cars these days are really compromising your visibility out. And the blind spot monitoring is basically going to go beyond your side view mirrors in what you can't see with just the mirrors. There's going to be a time when a car is going to be passing you, say, on the left, and it's just in that spot where the mirrors aren't going to pick it up. And so there's going to be a little light that lights up that says, by the way, there is a car in your blind spot, so don't move into that lane.
Let's take a look at the SUVs, small SUVs that were road tested. Subaru Forester 2.5i Premium, top rated, 88 score, 26,800. But the feature in that part of the article, the Jeep Cherokee Limited and Latitude models, $37,000, $27,000 sticker price respectively. They were ranked 9th and 13th. They're not recommended, but you're not crazy about the Cherokees.
Now, the Cherokee came along with a lot of hype. The Chrysler Corporation, who owns Jeep, really needed a winner on its hand because they're older SUVs. The Patriot and the Liberty were just not at all competitive. So they put a lot of money and time into the Cherokee, and I got to tell you, they should have put more time into it. I mean, it has a lot of great features. It has actual off-road capability. You can get a 4-cylinder engine. You can get a V6 as a 9-speed automatic transmission. But when you add it all up, they didn't do well in Consumer Reports tests. The acceleration was lethargic. Fuel economy is only about 21, 22 miles per gallon overall. They had unresponsive handling. They were noisy. They were unrefined. It's almost like they rushed to try to get this car into production, and they really should have spent some more time refining it, making it better.
You do have one recommendation, in quotes I guess you'd say in this case. If you do go the Cherokee, you say make sure you get the optional backup camera.
Oh, sure. I mean, that you can. One of the things that Chrysler actually does very well is they have this option called Uconnect, which is a central touch screen that does a lot of your navigation, all your navigation, climate controls, audio, and whatnot. And it also acts as a great screen when the backup camera kicks in. With SUVs, with almost any vehicle, definitely opt for a backup camera. And a recent NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration ruling just came out that backup cameras or backup devices are going to be mandated by 2018. So, get ahead of the curve and definitely get a backup camera.
Mike Quincy, Consumer Reports. As always, great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me on.